Remember, folks, if you do have to get out and about, now's the time to do it. If you got to roll through the city, the connector's in pretty darn good shape, north and southbound. Maybe you're off to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Of course, check with your carrier because we know there are certain delays trying to head in certain parts of the country right now. And there's that connector. North and southbound, I got no problems. Under 10 minutes on either side, and you're averaging good speeds there. Let's keep those speeds in the 50s and 60s. I know that's a little bit tough for us to do. Okay, as Nicole was saying, by dinner time, be where you need to be. Hunker down, get those cell phones charged up, make sure you keep the fridge closed just in case you lose power. Of course, you want to keep some good snacks handy and, of course, a plan just in case. We are going to see some trees coming down, probably an awful lot of them. Georgia's not built for weather like this. You know, where I'm from, Miami, Florida, palm trees sway. Rarely do they come down, but not here in Georgia. These pines will come down. Okay, if you absolutely must drive when the weather starts to get very dicey, which again, we don't recommend, slow it down. That is key. Yesterday afternoon, it wasn't even part of Helene. It was just a system that moved through, but the rush hour yesterday afternoon was an absolute disaster. I had a tractor trailer on 285 East at Flat Shoals that not only went off the road, but it went about 20, 30 feet into the tree line. Thankfully, that driver was not injured, but those roads are going to be treacherous, especially the overpasses, the exits. This morning, we saw a couple of problems along the exit ramps. Definitely need to slow it down. And I know you don't want to leave plenty of space between you and the next driver because somebody else can sneak in and take your spot. You know what? Let them have it. You want to have plenty of room in case you do have to hit those brakes or if you see something in front of you. That's why we say you got to pay attention. Now, unfortunately, if you do hit some of this water, we will see ponding. We saw flooding yesterday on 285 North around Covington Highway. I saw flooding on the connector north at University and the connector north at 10th Street, 166 Langford Parkway near Sylvan Road, another hot spot for flooding. So it's not just the surface streets where, of course, we'll see trees and wires down, traffic lights out, but the interstates, even though our good friends at GDOT are doing their best to clear all those drains, as the weather starts to pick up, more and more debris could clog those drains. A tree branch could come down, a sign could come down and just cover that drain. Next thing you know, you're getting feet of water. So again, if you do begin to spin, the first thing you want to think of is just take that foot off the brake. I know if you start to slide, first thing you want to do is hit that brake. That's a big no-no, as frightening as that sounds. And don't overcorrect. A lot of us have a tendency to just crank that wheel in one direction. That's only going to make you spin even more. And this is why we're telling you not to travel. That's why we're seeing very little traffic out here right now because, well, folks were kind of heeding the warning. So hopefully you're where you need to be. I know some of us have to get out and about and do some work. I'll certainly be back this afternoon for traffic. And I know our entire weather crew, including Chesley and Nicole and Chris Holcomb and Melissa Nord, will all be covering this nonstop because when these changes come, they're going to hit us hard and they're going to hit us overnight. So again, you'll probably be woken up to the sound of thunder, hopefully not a tree coming down, but that wind is definitely going to batter us. So for now, we're getting a little bit of a break. That's the good news there. And as you can see, the roads are very wet. That's not going to change. We're not going to get a dry spot anywhere. We're not going to suddenly see the sun. It's only going to get worse as the day, the afternoon, and the evening progress. And that's why it's going to be very paramount that you not venture out early in the morning. At least wait till the sun comes up so you can see if there's any damage in your neighborhood or those wires down. And remember, these crews are not able to get out there. Once these winds get to up 30, 40 miles an hour, they can't get, Georgia Power can't put those bucket trucks up to start restringing those wires. So crews can't even get out there. That's why you've got to be so careful. You do not want to drive or, God forbid, step on live power lines. You just want to be careful. And Cheryl and Aisha, I know you guys have got your work cut out for you too. It's going to be a long day for all of us, but for now, we're getting a little quiet part of the day with traffic. So if you've got any last minute plans to do, ladies, let's do it now and then hunker down.
I was just watching all these truckers, you know, they're trying to get ahead of this, delivering the goods to where they need to go before this system really starts rolling through. And